Remember when I said last week was the most tedious week? I will admit I was wrong, because this week takes the cake. It is more tedious, more dusty, and it is way louder than I ever anticipated. We laid all those floors, now we have to sand them. Let's go check it out. This is without a doubt one of the messiest parts of this process. Like when I think back on this project, of the messes that we've made, and we've made a lot of them, demo was pretty messy, tearing everything down, but maybe it's just more disheartening now because everything's done. I thought the messes were done being made, and somehow every time it gets clean, it's like we have to dirty it up again. So maybe that's what it is. Or maybe that it's just whenever you're doing demo, you can throw out like large pieces, but with the dust, it just gets everywhere. Like it's all in my hair whenever I go home. It's all in my mouth. Oh, that was my hair in my mouth. It's all in my clothes, and it's in like every little nook and cranny in this place. So the labor just to clean this thing up, I mean, it's gonna be great, but it is everywhere. So this is the messiest thing that we've done. No? Be one with the dust. That's definitely gonna make me sneeze. I mean, it's already in my lungs anyways. Why not just put it in our face while we're at it? It's literally everywhere. The cleanup is gonna be massive. I'm gonna play a fun game called Where Did the Dust Go? And I'm gonna walk around and I'm gonna see if we can find somewhere where the dust didn't go. I'm betting I cannot find a place. Let's try over here on top of this door frame. Is there any up there? Is there? What about over here? Here? Oh, would you look at there? Right here? Why not? Oh, one of the biggest culprits of all. Yeah, no doubt there. Let's check up here. Let's see. Well, there couldn't be just any on this door, right? Wrong. Wrong. Oh, this bathroom is behind a closed door. There couldn't be any in here, right? Oh my! It's a whole brown tint to the ground. It's tough to see on the white sometimes, but it is clear as day on the blue. The dust is literally everywhere. So Melissa, watch this. You can see these markings on the floor right here, like where we've circled, right here and right here. Basically upstairs, we're starting to prep to be able to sand and refinish the floors. So the floors right now are in like a natural state with the color they are, but they're not gonna stay that way. They're actually gonna end up being a lot darker. So before we do that, we have to make sure we're pointing out all the imperfections. So that's like the nail holes, anything that we like use to secure the flooring to the ground. And then also anywhere where the floor is a little bit raised and bumpy, where it'll need like additional sanding too. So that's what we're working on today. Once we do that, we'll actually have to pour kind of like a leveler on it. So we want all the imperfections to be smoothed out, but then we also need to make sure it's level. After that, if all of that is good, we may have to sand it depending on if there's deficiencies in it. If we don't have to sand, then we can just start applying the stain on top, and then the floors will be finished. So, gonna be a nice brown color, nice dark brown. As you can see in here, a lot of the walls and the trim and the doors, they're white. Okay, so that's good, but it needs a little bit of life, a little bit of color. So I think the dark floors will actually bring a lot of contrast to it and just give it more of a personality. One of the most exciting spaces in this house is this master bathroom. It's something that when we purchased this house, it didn't even exist. Now, we needed to add plumbing, we needed to do a whole bunch of work to it, but this week is whenever all the tile is getting installed on the flooring and also on the shower. And so it's gonna really start to give it some life. We also got the bathtub in. It's sitting right over here, if you can see it, and that's gonna go right in this corner. So all of those things are going in this week. It's really gonna start to tie it together. I'm gonna put a time lapse of the tile flooring going down and then of the tile wall going up because it's just gonna be beautiful to watch. We use this really dark jet black grout in this bathroom, which is gonna be really cool and give it a lot of contrast. The only thing is that it doesn't look so cool when it's on the wood flooring. And this is actually after we've already kind of cleaned it and sanded it a little bit. So honestly, usually we wouldn't put flooring down this fast, but in this case, we're in a crunch like you guys know, so we just had to get it done. And so we're dealing with the repercussions now if we have to go through and clean it, sand it, and give it a little extra attention on the back end. But because we were able to get the floor in, we could keep the project moving. So that's what happens when you use black grout. It looks really pretty, but it's super, super messy. You have to do it barefoot, otherwise you're gonna be tracking it with your shoes through the entire house. At least it's just in this one room, so, and it's not in the entire house. One thing that's tough to do is to paint whenever things are in tight places or if they have like a lot of detail. So for example, the cabinet faces here, they're tough to paint because they're all beveled and they have, you know, raised edges and things like that. So it's easier to take them off. Plus they have all the hardware on them, right? So you don't want to be painting the hardware. So you just take them off and I'll show you, you just hang them all in a row and then you can spray them. That way, the spraying, by spraying it, you get it all nice and even throughout all those fine details as opposed to a brush, and then you don't have brush marks and stuff like that. So it's actually a lot simpler and cleaner way to do it. This is what I'm talking about those cabinet faces. See how there's like this design on it right here and right here? And these are just some cabinet shelving that go in the cabinet upstairs. But by hanging it like this, we're able to, obviously they're more spread out, but you can spray and paint them a lot more easily. And so we've also masked off this room for us to be able to paint the doors. And you can see we've masked it off all around the ceiling, all the way up with these poles. And not just that, but it has to go all the way to the floor too, because there's gravity, and gravity makes things fall to the ground. So if we don't cover up our pretty trim that we just installed, it's gonna get specks of paint all over it, which means we have to re-sand it and redo all of it. So by setting up an enclosed area like this, it allows us to be efficient while we're painting, and honestly as clean as possible too. That's good. Well, we sanded all the floors, so done with this. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Wait, next week we have to sand the downstairs floors. See you then.